あ、もしもし。
もしもし、こんにちは。
大輝先生、こんにちは。皆さん、こんにちは。
先生、こんにちは。
こんばんは。
こんばんはか。こんにちは。
こんばんは。こんにちは。おはようございます。Depends on where you are.
そうだね。
Hey.
じゃあ、今日は早速、花見について話していきたいと思います。
やってみましょ
う。花見。花見。
花見。
Maybe you might be familiar with this. Let's say, part of the Japanese culture. So, for those who do not know hanami yet, please let us, explain what it is and what it's like.
Yep. So today we'll talk about what hanami is. Give you a, kind of an overview. Talk about what it's like. What a hanami, what a hanami experience is like in Japan. Who's involved, how you go, and then some Japanese cultural aspects in a hanami. So I guess first, Taiki sensei, what is hanami? I mean, hana o miru, right? The kanji, but
yeah. So the character is literally flower viewing. So it's a kind of not a party, but it's our custom to enjoy the cherry blossom. So its literal meaning is viewing the flowers, but when we say the flowers, it's always cherry blossoms.
Right. So it's not.
It could be
no other flower.
Could be plum tree in some cases, but mostly cherry blossom.
I see. So other beautiful ohana in Japan, lan or ajisai, you won't do that for hanami. It's mainly sakura. Cherry blossoms?
It's mainly for sakura and cherry blossoms only. So we don't use hanami for like viewing say tulip or a rose.
I see.
The flower here is only cherry blossom.
Very nice.
Yep.
And I know some people just go and walk around the park and do ohanami, and then I know the more popular way is the picnic style. So I think walking around, I've seen it, I've done it, we've all done. I mean, you just walk around the park or by the river, and you just enjoy the beautiful nature like you would any other nature. But let's talk about the picnic style. So how does that work?
Nice question, Hika Sensei. So it's basically literal picnic style. So you bring your like a vinyl sheets and spread it under the the cherry blossom tree with your friends, or typically it's alongside river shores because that's where typical cherry blossom trees are like put.
Yes.
Right. So with your friends or families or colleagues or bosses, well, basically anyone you know.
Right.
And there are lots of street foods on the street that time. So we can buy lots of yakisoba, onigiri, yakitori, and these kind of stuff. You can also bring your own bento, like onigiri and sausage bento on yourself, and just enjoy the food mostly. And sometimes the cherry blossom.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to a few, probably not as much as you, Taiki Sensei, but it's literally as a picnic. I've noticed the main areas sakura are grown. I think it's more maintained, right, by professional gardeners, are by the riverside, like you mentioned. I know a famous scene that I'll always remember is 3年 B 組 Kinpachi Sensei, and then Kinpachi Sensei, and then there's a beautiful river walk, and then there's sakura in the and then there's the same always theme song. But also parks. I've had a chance to go to the Shinjuku Gyoen. That's in Tokyo. So any of our friends if you ever go out to Tokyo, Shinjuku Gyoen, it's like 200 yen, like $2 to enter, and it's a beautiful park maintained by the city and county of Tokyo or Shinjuku or something like that. And beautiful. They have like a different types of sakura too there. So that's kind of where I also had a chance to do a few ohanami in the past. And yes, the food. It's like a little omatsuri. They have the yatai, yakisoba, yakitori, all kinds of good deliciousness. But I've also liked the tebentos. It's like a nice picnic get-together. Some people bring onigiri, winna, sausage, tamagoyaki, karaage. That was my favorite, the karaage. Someone always has a big, I don't know, just obento box full of karaage. And so I've I mean, and they say, "Do you want some hikas?" And I was like, "Oh, arigatou gozaimasu, gochitosou desu." And yeah, so
Nice.
it's such a fun picnic, and the drinks, considering how much etiquette the Japanese people have, they do drink alcohol during the ohanami. I did notice that.
A lot of alcohol.
Still very controlled. I mean, you'll occasionally have some people who's a little loud, but usually you go as groups. So the other groups will, say, sumimasen, and then just, hush him or her down. But yeah, not too much trouble, not too crazy. So, okay. And you kind of mentioned, but so who do you usually go with? Like, you said sometimes family, friends, sometimes with work, but like, who do you usually go to ohanami with?
So I typically used to go with my family mostly.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
And with my cousins and cousins. I don't know. I don't even really remember these people, but I remember there were like
all around.
10 people. Yeah, 10 people with us, and enjoying the bento someone's made. Maybe my mom had made it. And we also brought sake, but I was a teenager then, so I didn't drink any sake then. But I do remember my, uncle was drinking a lot of beer then.
Oji-san.
And I was like, "Oh, what did you come here for? Aren't you here for the sakura?" But he was just only drinking.
Just his excuse to enjoy a whole nother venue.
Yeah, it's a very nice excuse. Well, anyway, so yeah, typically families, but I saw other people, probably with their colleagues or their senpai or doji from the school or bukatsu club.
Yes, and I've heard.
So well,
I've heard you taught me, but it's a perfect timing in the Japanese culture because usually spring is the start of a new year, right?
Exactly. So
whether in school or in work, that's when all the entry levels join. So, yeah, I thought that was really cool. They do that nice welcoming thing that you mentioned.
Yeah, exactly. Because last week we just talked about Sotsugyoshiki, which is the end of everything. But now April
is the beginning of everything.
Welcoming new people to the office, to the school, and Hanami is one of the most welcome parties.
Wow.
That everyone enjoy. So it's a nice atmosphere.
Beginning.
Yeah, it's a very very nice timing.
Wow. Okay, so if you ever go, you can join in springtime in Japan. And their calendar resets for many things. Maybe we can do you'll be able to join a hanami party at your work or school. Any bukatsu or daigaku sakura. That would be very fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh wow. Okay. Very nice. And when I went to hanami with in my case I went with some I guess colleagues, right, friends from school back in the days. It was pretty much a picnic, but then we do all take time to take pictures and enjoy the sakura, which I've noticed are always just beautifully, each petal is just kind of flowing in the wind. But going off of that, I wanted to know a little bit of like some of the Japanese cultures that go into it. I guess first is the period. It's very short, right? A sakura's life is very short.
It's very short.
Okay. How long is it? Is like the peak sakura season? Is it like 1 month, 2 months?
It is a few weeks.
It really is, huh? Yeah. I think it was like 7 to 10 days. Most of the news always shows.
We have the sakura calendar in Japan.
Even the news, the newscaster be like, okay, and まだつぼみです or そろそろ満開になりましたね and then there's like
exactly
5 days,
forecasting
7 days,
sakura. Yeah, exactly.
And I've also remember the bashotori culture, capturing the place. So that was pretty interesting. Usually in a more school or professional setting, the kohai, the youngest, will go and secure the place. And then, what about you? When your family went, who was the bashotori, Taiki Sensei?
I think it was my uncle.
Oh, so give him a break. You know, let him enjoy his sake.
I don't even know. Because I
see.
didn't even know like this was the the kohai thing.
Yes.
And I was like, because I was a kid kind of, so we just went there. Oh, there's a nice blue sheet already there, and okay, we just enjoy and that.
I see.
And probably my uncle went there the day before, and probably set up all the
Picnic
necessary
utensils.
things.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's sakura, in many of the Japanese historic, textbooks, documents, and all that. But I think one of the most popular, so there's a lot of popular historic quotes, poems, songs about sakura. But I think there's one really popular one that we were talking about earlier before this. Hana yori dango. Could you elaborate on that, please?
Yep.
Hana yori dango. Maybe some of you have heard it before.
Yep. So it's a dango over flowers.
And dango, I'm sure everyone knows, but it's like a Japanese, delicious sweet mochi ball. Yep, there's a heart and everything. Yeah, I love it. But sweet mochi ball on a stick. It's delicious. I love it.
Hana yori dango.
Yep, there's all kinds of flavor. But yeah, so what does hana yori dango mean?
So, that is sort of a similar story with the drinking sake. We just talked about like it's a nice excuse to drink sake in hanami. It's the same. We basically enjoy food. Our tatemae is to enjoy the hanami sakura.
Right.
But actually, you just basically eat and drink and eat and drink, eat and drink. What's the sakura? Eat and drink, eat and drink. What's the sakura?
I see.
So it's like we basically prefer eating to like actually viewing the cherry blossom, which is
I see. Oh, that's pretty funny.
That's
yeah. Literally, it's
I know, right?
It's literally as it sounds, huh? Like, yes, we're here. This is our ohanami, but sometimes we gotta eat. And so it's very applicable in a lot of life. Like,
So it's not like we staring at the sakura all the time for a few hours. That's crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah, that would be funny if we did that.
Another one. I guess one warning I was notified in previously was and this is very important because we can't take home sakura, and so that was a big lesson I thought was very important for our friends maybe who are outside of Japan. But like in most foreign countries, like when someone goes to Hawaii, there's beautiful tropical plumeria plants, and you always see people just take a flower and put it on their ear, often the ladies, and no one cares. They're like, oh, I love it. You take a picture, post it on Facebook, whatever. But in Japan, you're actually not allowed to like break off a branch or like a flower from the sakura tree. It's very sacred. So that's something important. But yeah, any comments there, Taiki Sensei?
And yeah, one thing is that it's true. So you are not allowed to pick up the sakura flower or its branches, a tree itself, of course. And you might get convicted for that because some of the sakura species are in danger, so they're trying to protect all the species.
And even a branch, even a branch,
Yeah, even just a branch.
It adds up, sure. We want to respect the culture, respect the nature there, It's very sacred.
So it's best. Yeah, so it's best for you not to, basically touch the flower. Touch the flower should be okay, but never try to break it or
take off a branch. No omiyage. And
bring it back home.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay, so you can enjoy it, but the only thing you should be taking and enjoying physically is the dangos. Limit to the dangos, okay? So you can break off all the dango you want, pop it in your mouth, 1, 2, 10, 20. Like if you're me, 20, but don't break off any of the branch. So that's important.
There you go.
And I guess one maybe last topic. Since we're coming to an end, nighttime sakura. I've learned yozakura. Yo is just for yoru.
That's beautiful. Yozakura.
I went there. I have been to Yozakura ohanami once, and it is beautiful. It is so beautiful. usually there's illuminations, right? Most of the parks or the city and county, or some of the charitable organizations would set up uh, illumination lights,
yeah.
but these are not like Christmas illumination light with Santa. No, these are just pure lights that displays the focuses on sakura. And something about just the night, I feel like, you know what I feel like, Tai-sensei? I feel like the regular ohanami, which is in the daytime, should be picnic. But
Okay.
Yozakura, I feel like, is a walking type of thing. You walk with you walk with a girlfriend.
I get the feeling.
You walk by yourself. You just enjoy the scenery, enjoy the people who are there. Some might actually be having a picnic. Some might be alone. But after a hard day of work, or after whatever life situation you go through, you go in, and that 5 to 8 days life that Sakura has in the night. Enjoy the cool breeze as the beautiful petals just are carried by the wind. Yozakura, it's very special.
It is.
I kind of like Yozakura maybe now that I'm getting older.
Yeah. The more, the older you are, the more you like the sakura.
But I will have a dango in my hand. Even the Yozakuras, I will have a dango in my hand. But yeah, Yozakura. Any comments there, Taiki-sensei?
Yeah, I mean, I used to go to this Yozakura festival.
Ooh.
There was a lot of illuminations, so lighting up each one of these trees,
Sticky.
and with lots of colored lights.
Oh wow!
It's so beautiful, and there are
so
also
nice.
Still some yatai open,
Nighttime yatai, maybe on a cooler night.
Yeah, we'll also we can also buy some food there.
That's so nice.
Nice.
Wow.
And we can enjoy the quiet places. So in the daytime, everyone's enjoying the parties, so it could be kind of loud. But
very festive.
in silence.
Omatsuri vibes in the morning, but yeah, I feel like the nighttime it's more, that very quaint Japanese, silent, so shinpiteki, very sacred,
mysterious.
Yeah, that mystic vibe. So for our friends out there, of course, enjoy the very festive picnic daytime hanami, but Yozakura, that's also there's a special mystique to it. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, thanks, Taiki-sensei. So I think we're almost at time.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I do wish that I could take some of my followers to Ueno and to the cherry blossom, but
definitely. Maybe once COVID is done, we'll have a virtual, non-virtual Sakura tour by our very own Taiki-sensei.
Yeah. Also, I guess thank you for everyone joining us. Today we covered Hanami, what it's like, how to enjoy it, and what you shouldn't do actually.
Yep.
So if you missed any part of our episode, the replay will be available after this session. So please have a look at it, and we'll cover some topics next week as well. So I hope you can join us next week as well.
Yep. Thanks everyone, and I always love the reactions for our live friends here. So
yeah,
it makes us happy.
People's reactions.
Taiki-sensei and I are truly living off of that. So yeah, but thank you everyone. Arigatou gozaimasu. It's our space dango. There we go. See all the waves, all the love. But arigatou gozaimashita.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Sayonara.